Morning. I'm Cecilia Amogbe.
I'm Yemi Adebayo. It feels good to be here this morning to take you on a trip across the money-spinning world of sports. There's a lot happening, and we're going to, tell you all of those things happening. All right, let's start with the youth games. Team Nigeria has departed for that one, and of course, we're ready to compete in that one this year. Team Nigeria will be in Algeria, doing all they can to ensure that Nigeria has a good preparation in that tournament. We'll be talking much about that on the show this morning. Yeah. All right, we move away from there and to also talk about this one. The World Cup has ended, but of course the celebrations still continue. The French team everywhere, they've been hosted by the French President Emmanuel Macron, and a lot has been going on. There's been celebration galore for Les Bleus, and they've been everywhere. They've received the highest honor of the land coming from the French president.
Definitely, that's the way it is. Also on the program, we'll be talking about Cristiano Ronaldo. We call it the CR7 effect. All the fans right now in Turin, they're all crazy about this man making that 105 million euros pounds to 105 million euros to Juventus as the biggest stars you can ever think of. Just remember, when he made the move from Manchester United to Real Madrid, it was 80 million pounds, and now more higher than what he had far back then. But for Cristiano Ronaldo, he understands what he can do for Juventus. He knows that he will be able to bring the goals, and we know what Juventus need right now is the UEFA Champions League. Last time they won it was 1986, so they want to do 1996, right? Yeah, they want to do everything possible to ensure that they get this one. And Cristiano Ronaldo is that man that they're thinking might just give them that. If he's able to do it, then, well, he would have been able to conquer Italy. He conquered England when he won the UEFA Champions League with Manchester United. And, of course, he went to Real Madrid, and we all know the story, the history he created there. He left a very big shoe that I don't think anyone will be able to fill in the next 10 years. Yeah, should be up to 10 years. Then, of course, now he's in Italy. So if he's able to actually do that, then we know that Cristiano Ronaldo, well, greatest of all time.
Yeah, I mean, I just have to let you run through all of those things. Talking about Ronaldo, he's one of the best. We'll see what happens in the next 4 years. There's a lot of talk about all the shared sales that have been made. That's why we'll be talking about Cristiano Ronaldo on the show this morning. But Cecilia, let's quickly talk about an amazing woman, talking about Serena Williams. She's back in the news. And of course, you know, her performance in the last Grand Slam will definitely affect her WTA rankings. And she's up there now. She's 28, back from, I can't remember the number she was.
181. That was huge. Top 30, been able to crack into, but then she has just won the Wimbledon. Should have been maybe what, number 19, right? But that is a huge one, judging from where she was before. So at the US Open, we understand, we know that well she will get a better deal. I mean, just coming in and knowing that she's no longer outside top 50. Inside top 30, which is a cool one for her. She's not the only mover on the day. Angelique Kerber, of course, I mean, I would call her the highest mover. 6 places up, 4th right now in the world because she won Wimbledon. When you don't have points to defend, so it's always easy, for you to really get something out. And that's why, well, she's number 4 right now in the world. Another mover, Sloane Stephens. I mean, she's now ranked a career high, number 3. Who could have thought? But she actually lost in the first round to Donna Vekic. But then I think the French Open run that she had actually helped her in this one. Sloane Stephens ranked number 3 in the world. But Venus Williams, well, not a good one for her because she also had to drop some points. Now 14th in the world, dropping 5 points. Well, she didn't get anywhere. But Serena Williams is the big one this morning. 153 places up, now 28th in the world.
And you won't bet against her, climbing, back to the top. All of the distractions sorted now. She's ready to play tennis. And she gave us the first glimpse by getting into the final. And who knows what's going to happen. I won't bet against her, returning back to that #1 spot. So we'll keep our eyes, keep our fingers crossed and see what happens with that one. Let's talk about another amazing person. Talking about Cristiano Ronaldo.
Anthony Joshua?
Yeah, let's talk about Cristiano Ronaldo first. Okay. An amazing person, and it's all about the shirt sales now. And he's been officially unveiled as a player. At some point, I thought it wasn't going to happen, but it has happened now. And we're already seeing the CR7 effect, talking about 60 million in terms of 60 million euros. I think over that amount in terms of shirt sales alone, just within the time period that he has been unveiled as a Juventus player.
Yeah, this is a big one for Cristiano Ronaldo. We know the frenzy that actually went on in Italy. The moment, we knew he was going to sign for Real Madrid, how fans started, the shirts started selling even before the official announcement was made. The fact that it was in the news that he was going to come to Juventus, he was already selling. So we understand the merchandise he's bringing into Juventus. It's not just going to be about the goals, but his personality and all that. Cristiano Ronaldo is should I use the word larger than life kind of a figure? Yeah. It's not just about football, but about money, about everything he's going to bring in. And of course, we know how many people who want to fly all the way from across the world to see if they can watch Cristiano Ronaldo play for Juventus. We really can't wait for the season to start because it's going to be very, very exciting. Knowing that in the Champions League, he might just be playing against his former team, Real Madrid, a club he has spent so many years. And there's something he said, here, which is really remarkable. When he said, look, I mean, it was easy for me to leave Real Madrid. I was like, come on, you spent so long in it. But he felt there was really nothing more to add. He has achieved all he needed to achieve for the club. He has helped them to win Champions League, 3 in a bounce and 1 before that one. So when a player has done that for a club, being able to, transform himself from just being a winger, a dribbler to, a goal-scoring machine, that alone is another thing we also need to add to Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, let's just hear from him now, talking about how happy he is joining the Italian champions.
I feel great. For me, it's another challenge. I love challenge. Will be tough. I know that. Very difficult. The league is very, very tough. But I will be ready. Juve is ready. I will be ready. I will be there. As I said before, the age is not important. I feel good. I feel motivated, exciting. So I will try to do my best, like always. And I'm looking forward to start the league well and try to win every title.
We all are also looking forward to see Cristiano Ronaldo play for Juventus. It's going to look different a bit, We used to see him in that Real Madrid jersey and all of a sudden where it's going to be Juve players.
Change always happens. Change always happens. I mean, you can say all that if you're a Real Madrid fan, but if you're a Juventus fan, he appears to be what some have called the missing link. And they've gotten to finals many times, and they feel that, look, if they have a player like Cristiano Ronaldo, if they can always get to finals without a player like Cristiano Ronaldo, and you now have a player like Cristiano Ronaldo who can single-handedly do things, whether you're playing well or not, you can understand the reason why a lot of fans right there in Turin are very, very excited with the prospects of having Cristiano Ronaldo on the lineup. And this is a guy who is disciplined. This is a guy who kept his body very well. And whether or not he will last the whole 4 years is another thing. But I think he has a good season or two in him. And in that 1 or 2 seasons, he might just be winning.
Well, he said age is just the number. When you know the players who are his age, at 33, where they go to Qatar, go to MLS, and of course go to Asia, I mean Japan and China and all that, just to make more money. He's got the money. That's not what he needs. So for him to have been able to make the move at 33 to Juventus, he understands what it is. Italian football, we know how difficult it is, the tackles and everything. So I think, well, we'll see.
We'll see what happens.
4 years.
Yeah.
We'll see. Before he leaves, he'll be 38, 37.
Okay, we'll see. Well, some will say old players thrive in the Serie A, so we'll see. Players get to play to 35, 36, 37 in the Italian Serie A. So we'll see what happens.
Defenders and goalkeepers, yes.
Okay.
Strikers.
Okay,
I think so.
We'll see. Since we're talking about remarkable people this morning, let's talk about another remarkable person. Cecilia said earlier that she's tired of talking about this. If you're going to do it, just do it. Let's talk about Usain Bolt this morning. And again, he's in the news he's been saying, I want to play football, I want to play football, I want to play football. But now we hear he's in another part of the world, not in mainstream Europe now. He's in Austria, talking about how he can get a football career. And the question everybody asks is it too late in the day for him? Or if you're going to do it, just get along with it and do it.
You know, Yemi, I'm tired of talking about Usain Bolt wanting to play football. He's been saying this for like forever. I'm like, okay, you should just get a deal, get a club and start playing, then we'll start watching him. That's it. But he has actually had trials with some clubs and all that, and it hasn't really...
At some point, we thought it was going to be Dortmund.
And there was a time they actually released something, he was going to sign for a club, and we're waiting that he's got an announcement to make. And what was the announcement? I mean, the Legend 11, that was where he was going to play for UNICEF and all that. We're like, okay, that's it. But then we know that Usain Bolt, whatever he decides to do, he's a legend of the game. Talking about athletics now in football, obviously that's not his field. But then he can just play maybe 1 or 2 testimonials, 1 or 2 exhibition games and all that. But being a professional footballer, I don't think that's going to happen. That's what I feel, my opinion. I'm sorry, Usain Bolt, I'm sorry, but I think it may not happen. But maybe third division clubs and all that, but at the top flight, at the highest level, I don't think that will happen.
A lot of people feel it's too late in the day for Usain Bolt to start a new career.
If he was 25, I will understand. But you can't put anything past this man.
We'll see.
He could do anything that puts his heart and his mind.
We'll see if he puts his heart and mind into it. We'll see if he can achieve that. All right, let's leave Usain Bolt this morning. Well, he has already gotten the attention of a lot of football fans, but we'll see if he's able to transform into a football player instead of just coming into the news once in a while. All right, let's, before we wrap up this segment, let's talk about another remarkable person. It's a morning where we're talking about remarkable people. The man we're going to be talking about, some people say he's put himself in a dangerous situation. We're talking about Anthony Joshua this morning, putting all his belts on the line against Alexander Povetkin. And initially, I thought he was going to fight for one of the belts. Now all the belts
on the line.
And some people say the thinking is just to carry along all the boxing bodies so that, okay, if I fight a mandatory challenger, you guys will allow me fight the... I'm just thinking out loud. Okay. I'm thinking maybe that's the reason behind it. But I don't know. But some say, look, this is a very dangerous move by Anthony Joshua. It
is. I think it is. Well, we've been talking about the fight for a while now. We understand the date is now going to be September 22nd. That's when it will be at Wembley Stadium. You know, the capacity is going to be huge. But everyone is actually afraid for Anthony Joshua, knowing that Povetkin is another big fighter. The last fight he actually had that was really messy was against Vladimir Klitschko, the one he was really beaten. That's in 35 fights. So, I mean, that was in Moscow in 2013. Knowing that and knowing how many fights he had under his belt, and Anthony Joshua don't have as much as 35 fights, so he shows he's more experienced. So I'm afraid for him because putting all the belts online, talking about WBA, IBF, and WBO, okay, that is not going to be a good one. Well, it's going to be mega money fights, right? That's what they call it, right? Okay, we'll see what's going to happen in that one. We'll go for a break now. We'll come back, of course, the last segment of the FIFA World Cup, Russia 2018.